Hello, it's Marika Lake here. I live on the west coast of Australia with my hubby Greg, and we homeschool our 4 kiddos. We have Will, who's in grade 9, Em is in grade 5, Cruz is in grade 3, and Jackson is in grade 1. And we are going into our 5th year here homeschooling in the Lake House Homeschool. In today's video, I am going to show you all of the books, curriculum, resources that we are using to teach Year 1 here in the Lake House Homeschool. Wherever I can, I will put links in the description box down below to the resources that we are using so that you can have a look at those for yourself if you would like. Okay, let's get in and have a look at all the things we're using to teach grade 1.
So we use Gather Round Homeschool here in our house, and Jackson is actually finishing off the last book of the Letters and Numbers series from Gather Round Homeschool, and the topic of this one is Up in the Air. So I actually don't stress too much when we don't finish a curriculum in the school year. Sometimes we just don't finish it and move on to the next thing, and sometimes we do finish it off, and this is one thing that we are going to finish off. So Jackson was in pre-primary last year, and he was doing the Letters and Numbers series from Gather Round Homeschool. There's 4 kind of unit studies in the Letters and Numbers series, and he worked on all of those, and we didn't quite get finished with the last book. So for term 1, probably maybe only even half of term 1, he is actually going to finish this off. So I just have the teacher's guide here, and he has his like student notebooks that go along with that. Now I think I've done a flip through of the Letters and Numbers books. It might be this one or another one of the subjects. I didn't kind of do all of them because they're all kind of set out the same, but we'll fly a card up the top here if you wanted to have a look at what the Letters and Numbers curriculum is like from Gather Round Homeschool. So this is his main curriculum. So once he's finished that one, he'll move on to the next program from Gather Round Homeschool for his age, which is the Ready to Read program. And this program also has 4 like unit studies that they will go through. So he will probably take most of the year to work his way through the Ready to Read program from Gather Round Homeschool. And I flipped through one of the Ready to Read programs. So again, I'll fly the card up the top here if you wanted to have a look. So again, it just has a teacher's guide, which I read aloud to him. I'll just show you for instance. So this curriculum covers all of the subject areas. As you can see here, it covers language and literacy. It even has some math in it. It has art, Bible, science, social studies, and history. And so I can use this this unit study for all of the subjects for him. And so what I do with him is I read aloud from this, just look at this one. So I read aloud from this teacher's guide for him. This is just the one page. So it has a read aloud section. It'll have pictures to look at, and it has questions for me to ask and the answers there. And then it has some extra activities that you do. And then once we've done that, we will watch. There's Gather Round always have videos to go with every lesson. So then we'll spend some time watching the videos from this lesson, and then he will work on the sheets that are in his notebook. And there's usually about 3 to 4 sheets then for him to use in his notebook. I haven't actually printed his book out, I realise, so I don't have that to show you. But I'll just show you. It's set out a lot like the Up in the Air one, which was the Letters and Numbers. And so he just has pages like this that he will work on in his for that next subject. And it's really great. It'll have language and literacy page, a math page, and then it'll have a science page, history page, and things like that. So that covers everything that he needs to know. So I kind of like say that this is our spine, the curriculum spine, the main curriculum that we use, and then I will add in extra things to go along with that. So some extra things that I've added in to the Ready to Read from Gather Round Homeschool. I have included an extra reading book. So this is the Level K reader from The Good and the Beautiful, and I've had this for many, many years now. I'm not sure if this is still available on The Good and the Beautiful's website looking like this. I think they have redone it and it looks a little bit different. But I've used this for my 2 younger children. I think Emily might have even used it, so maybe my 3 younger kiddos. And so this is just a reader book. And so I've added that in, so he will read aloud to me, as the Ready to Read program is obviously going to be teaching Jack how to read. And so then this is just a reader, which starts off really, really simple and gets kind of harder as it goes along. They're just short stories within the book. So I've added this reader into the program as well. So each time he will do a gather round lesson, he will do maths, and then he will read aloud to me as well. So that's the reader that I just checked on the Good and the Beautiful's website about that reader that I just showed you, and that particular reader is no longer available. They have actually updated it. So I'm just on the Level K language arts course set for the Good and the Beautiful, which is the level reader that I had. And now instead of that reader, they have 2 other ones that are available. They have the My First Nature reader and they have the My First Africa reader as well. And so if you just scroll down, you can see down here that you can purchase these PDF like I did with mine, and you can print them out yourself. And I do believe the Good and the Beautiful have so you can have a look at the readers here too if you wanted to have a look what they look like inside. They've got little videos there for you to have a look, and I do believe they have probably 3 levels of readers available through the Good and the Beautiful. So this is level K, then they'll have a reader for level 1 and a reader for level 2 as well, if you were interested in looking at those. And then I've also thrown in some world history and Australian history. Now, we do all of our homeschooling together as a family. So these are all the family style subjects that we do together. And so I'm reading aloud from The Story of the World, and we are up to volume 3. So Jack will sit in and listen to me read aloud from this book. I really enjoy The Story of the World. We've been using it since the beginning of our homeschool journey, and then we've done volume 1, volume 2. Now we're on to volume 3, and then there's a volume 4, and then we start over again and start reading from the beginning and do it again. So this is a read aloud that we are using. Then we are also doing Australian history and geography. So the Gather Round Homeschool curriculum that we use is from Canada, so it's a Canada-American curriculum. So I always make sure I add in Australian history to the homeschool work that we're doing. So for geography, we are using Discover Downunder. This is Australian geography for kids. I have had this for a while and I've used it with my older children, but Jack hasn't done this yet. So he will be doing this as well with my other kiddos. So that's what we're doing for Australian geography. And then for Australian history, we're going to be reading from this book. This is Australian Geographic, The Story of Australia, and we're looking at First Peoples to 1805. So basically I will be reading aloud from this book and having a look at the pictures. We might see if we can find some YouTube videos that go along with it, and then we would just do a notebooking page to go along with that. Now, in the Letters and Numbers curriculum and the Ready to Read program from Gather Round Homeschool, they do throw in a little bit of math, but we also use a separate math curriculum as well, and we use Maths Online here in our house. It is aligned with the Australian curriculum, and all of my children use it, and we've been using this math program from the beginning of our homeschool journey, and we really enjoy it. So Jack will be doing this, and he will be doing grade 1 math. He's actually already started. He really likes doing Maths Online, so I'm going to continue with that. Basically, what it is it has little video tutorials that he will listen to. So if I just click on this and show you. So it has this
Adding
little
to
video
10.
tutorial.
How many altogether? Right, we've got some ice creams there. Different flavours, 2 groups.
So that video goes for, this one is a 4-minute long video, and it's teaching the concept of this subject, which is adding to 10. Once he's watched the little video, he can then click on the questions up here, and then it will cycle through a whole series of questions for him to answer. And then it grades, obviously, as you're going, and you just move through the program like that. So it's really simple, and he loves using the computer. So he will be using Maths Online for maths. We also use reading eggs as well. Jack has been using this since he was probably 2 or 3 years old, and we love reading eggs, so we will continue to use this program. Jackson has been started off using junior eggs when he was younger, and then when he got into pre-primary, he was using the reading eggs section and also math seeds as well. And now that he's learning how to read, he'll be able to start using the fast phonics program as well. So he'll be doing fast phonics, the reading eggs, and math seeds as well. I love reading eggs. It's because it's something that they can do on their own. They don't move through the program without getting the questions right. So you really do need to know what it is before you can kind of move on. And this is something that the reading eggs program is something he'll be able to use while I'm working with my other children. I've got 4 children who I'm homeschooling, and I can't always be working one-on-one with a kiddo. So reading eggs has been really great for Jackson to be able to use while I'm kind of teaching the other older kids. And so I don't use reading eggs or math seeds as like the sole curriculum. It's something that I add in as extra learning for them, if that makes sense. If you wanted to give reading eggs a go, I think they do actually offer a free trial.
Missing sound. There is a letter.
So you can always
sound.
Sorry.
There is a letter missing from each word.
So you could always sign up for a free trial if you wanted to check that program out for yourself. But my kids have all really enjoyed reading eggs, so Jackson will be using it again this year. Jackson will be also doing piano lessons this year. We just have a little keyboard that we have, and I have been using Hoffman Academy. This is an online program. You can sign up and use this program for paid, and there's also a free version as well, and we just use the free version. I'm sure with the paid version you will get a little bit more, obviously, for what you pay for, but that's for the paid version. But the free version is really great. And so it just is online videos, so video lessons, and then you just practice along on your piano or keyboard with the lesson. So this is Mr. Hoffman, and he is excellent. And so Jackson will be using this free program, once again it's called Hoffman Academy, to learn the piano. We do in-term swimming lessons every year. I am just on the WA Education Department website, and every child who goes to school gets swimming lessons, and the school take them along. Now, as a homeschooler, you also get to join in those swimming lessons as well. If you look down here on this page, you can see intern swimming for children in home education, and there's just a bit of information there. And on these application forms, you can have a look at those, and I'll actually tell you the swimming pools around Western Australia where you can go to do the swimming lessons, and you just fill in the application form and the swimming enrollment form, and you send it through. And then basically what they do is they partner you up with a school in your area, and you just go along with them for swimming lessons. So they will just tell you the pool and what time, and you will show up, and your kids will just jump in the swimming lessons with the school. And I've never had to pay for this either, which is so awesome. And last year, I think just because it was COVID times, my children actually weren't partnered with the school and they actually got one-on-one swimming lessons. So it was awesome. So if you're interested in doing the in-term swimming lessons here in Western Australia anyway, I'll definitely pop this link in the description box down below so that you can have a look at that for yourself. Jackson will also be doing a homeschool sports class. We go to Homeschool Sports WA. They offer sports classes here in Western Australia, and I know that they have several different locations. This is just their Facebook page. So if you're in Western Australia, I encourage you to check out Homeschool Sports WA. And basically what it is they have different sports classes for different ages, and it's an hour long. We get to go along for an hour, and they just teach the kids different sports throughout the year, and it's awesome. We had our first lesson today, as I'm actually filming this on a Friday, and my kids absolutely loved it. It was awesome. So he would be doing sports through Homeschool Sports WA.
Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope that you found all of that information helpful. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment in the comments box down below. And don't forget to check out the description box down below as well. That is where I have linked anything that I have shown you. And I'll also have links in there to my Instagram account if you wanted to follow along with me. You can go head over to my blog. I have free things over there that you can grab and use for yourself. Check out my Homeschool 101 playlist, have a look at our homeschool space. I've got lots of cool videos for you to check out. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you would. Just hit that red subscribe button down below. And if you push the bell notification, you'll get notified about when my videos go up on YouTube. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.